Hey guys, and welcome to another episode. Today in this video, I'm going to talk to you about how to get your car ready for the track. Now, this weekend, I'm actually going to a racetrack close to me in Toronto. It's actually called TMP, so it's Cayuga Racetrack. And I'm going to be bringing my car there along with a whole bunch of friends. Now, I need to get my car ready for it so that my car will outperform and be as good as it can. So I'm going to go through a checklist and everything of what you guys should do to your car beforehand so that it's going to be in great shape. So step one, if you have anything that's broken on your car, fix it. So if you have a coolant leak, if you have any kind of check engine light, if you have any problem on your car, you're gonna wanna get that fixed before you go to the track, because when you go to the track, your car is gonna be pushed and it's gonna be at its limit. So if there's any part that's broken already, it's only gonna make your problems even worse when you go there. So while you're here in the garage, make sure that everything in the car is working properly. Now it doesn't really need to be clean, it just needs to be functioning. So I've got my car right here, and I already went over everything. It's all in good shape. The intake works, the exhaust works, there's no leaks, there's no coolant leak. My coolant level is good. My brake fluid is good. My battery works. My power steering is good, and there's no leaks if you were to say go underneath the car. Now, if you guys have ever been to a racetrack or if you know anything about racing, cooling is huge. Temperature control is the biggest problem with racing. So if you can go around one track really fast, that's awesome. But if you can do it consistently and maintain that same speed, your car is going to be absolutely insane and it's going to destroy so many other cars on the road. So if you guys can, take a look at your cooling system, and while you're at it, if you can spend a couple bucks and maybe upgrade the radiator or anything else at that point, you're going to be in the clear. But in the meantime, just take a look at your cooling system along with the radiator that's right behind the front grille, and make sure that's in good condition, there's no cracks, and there's enough proper coolant inside the reservoir. So the second thing that you should take a look at is your brakes. So before you go to the track, take a look at your rotors you have inside there, make sure that they're okay, make sure that they're not warped. Take a look at your caliper, make sure there's no leaks or anything that are going to it, and make sure that your pads have enough life on there so that when you go to the track, you'll actually have some brakes. So do this for both the front and back, and once those are good, you can move on to the next step. If you have any air that's in your braking system, your brakes are not going to perform as good as they can. So make sure that you bleed your brakes if you have to beforehand so that you get a good proper pedal feel when you touch the brakes. Another thing to consider is the brake fluid that you have inside your brake lines and the reservoir. Now, inside of here, I have DOT4 brake fluid, and this stuff is rated for 600 degrees, so that when you get to the track and you really push your brakes, the brake fluid is gonna warm up, but if it's not rated for high temperatures, your brake pedal is gonna be very spongy and you're not gonna get a good pedal feel. So all you're gonna be doing is flushing the DOT3 brake fluid that's inside your reservoir to better stuff. Now, before you do that, make sure, read on the cap and maybe even your owner's manual, make sure that your system is compatible for that, because otherwise you could damage your braking system. Now, next up is tires. Make sure that the tires that you have on your car are good and adequate for the racetrack. So if you want to get the most out of your car, if you can, you're going to want to run with something very sticky with a low tread compound. So this is an 80 compound and this is a 340. This tire is going to do very good on the track, but the one that's on the car right now, these Michelins, are going to perform a lot better. So think of it like this. This is a Mars eraser and it's very sticky. Consider this like a hard plastic. You're not going to be gripping as well as you can. So if you can, upgrade your rubbers to better stuff and you're going to be good. It doesn't matter if you're working with nice tires like this or like race ones like this. If you have a set of all-season tires, they're not going to do as good as any kind of summer tire like this right here or a dedicated track tire. Now, the best way to make your car as fast as you can without actually spending a lot of money is remove weight. So if you can, take out whatever you don't need in the car. So say it be your passenger seat, your rear seats, or what I did, I took out my subwoofers. Now these things, each one of the subs weighs something like 30 pounds, and the box, and this little support down here on the bottom to hold it up. So anything that you can take out of your car is going to be making your car that much faster on the track. While you're at it, if you go into the trunk, if you remove the spare tire and the jack, you're also going to be saving a little bit of weight. So if you can, take those out before you go to the track, and when you come home, put them back in the car. Now, last but not least, when you guys go to the track, be safe, but most importantly, have fun. This is where all the big boys with their toys go to the track and have fun, and take it easy, have a good time on the weekend, so that during the work week, you can make a lot of money and everything so that you can waste it all at the track. If you guys have any questions regarding the video, throw them down in the comment section below, and I'd be happy to help. Again, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. So if you guys take a look at the car now, you can see that both the front and back wheels are flush. Now these front wheels right here are perfect. These are the same width as my TSWs. They're 19, well actually these ones are 18s, but these are 18 by 8 plus 35 is the offset. And I'm running the same wheels in the back, but because the rear wheels, usually they sink in, but in the rear I installed a 25mm wheel spacer, and it pushed the wheel out to the point that it's flush. So right now the fitment on this car is perfect. The wheels are stickier than my other ones, and I couldn't be happier with this setup.